Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Headteacher CCCU Assembly. And it is the last week of the autumn one half term in 2021. And we have had an amazing half term at Grange. We know what we're all about. We know what Grange actually stands for. A great caring attitude. We do care. Always trying our best. Always learning, especially from our mistakes. We go for improvement and progress, our own personal bests. We use everything we learn to help us to make great choices as we go along in life, and we never give up. That is Grange. There we go. We are CC learners. We know what makes us really strong at Grange. We have our Grange style character strength, true strength. We have confidence for ourselves and consideration for everybody around us, for the world around us. Here are some Grange people of power. I really enjoyed visiting Park's class today. I wanted to especially say I loved it because different children read, and her deal when a child finished, a classmate of hers finished, she silently applauded. It was just so lovely. That was appreciation of beauty and excellence, really great. Jousa bravely read her work to the whole class. Bianca bravely read her work to the whole class. Just were fantastic to see Park's class really going for it in their writing class. So well done. Character strength focus. Well, I'm going to use the word solidarity. And you know what solid means? Solid, can't be moved, really strong, really stable. And solidarity, that word is when we're together, we're stronger. We're stronger together. Solidarity is when you stand side by side with somebody together in a cause. And we know at Grange, we've got our CC walking, we've got our star sitting. We know that there's no substitute for each of us. Each one of us is the best one of us that could be in the world, and we go for it. So here are some things to think about. This is the final assembly of the half term. So why do we have a Black History Month? That's just an important question, and I know we've talked about it a lot and we've done a lot of learning on it, but why do we have a Black History Month? Next question is, if you say black is beautiful, which is an important thing to say because the whole theme of Black History Month is Black pride, so if you say it with pride, black is beautiful, does that mean that white is not beautiful? It's just a question. Think about it. So if you say this is beautiful, does that mean something else is not beautiful? What does it mean to truly respect somebody? And what does it mean to truly not just respect, but celebrate someone for who they are? So those are questions to think about. You might want to stop the video now and have a quick discussion about that. I'm going to tell you a story, and the story is about Comrade Kerbal. So I know you call me Mr. Kerbal at Grange. My story is because, and I've been thinking and remembering this story from a long time ago, but because recently what I've heard is the word ally used. And the word ally actually comes from the Latin, which means to bind together. Sometimes they use it in medical terms, a ligature. That's when things are bound together. So an ally is somebody who's almost like bound together with somebody else. It's like a true friend, a true supporter, standing side by side with somebody. So I've heard that term because when people talk about racism, when people talk about discrimination, prejudice, then also a lot of time people talk about, okay, you might not be black, so you're not experiencing the same type of racism, but you're an ally. You stand together and understand. So, for example, we see the footballers, and England footballers have been absolutely amazing with this, and they all take the knee before the game, whether they're black or white, they all take the knee because they are, even the white players who are not black, are allies. They stand together and they say to the black players, it's not just your problem, it's me as well. I want to be in solidarity with you. I want to be your ally. I want to support you. I want to be together with you. So it's a very powerful word, that ally. So back in South Africa in the 1980s, end of the 1980s, there was a political movement called the African National Congress. And the thing was, for many, many years, it was banned. And the leader of the African National Congress, very, very famous, and we have a class named after him, Nelson Mandela. So here's the story. So the thing was, I was at university in the end of the 1980s, and you can see from my face that I'm not black, but it was very, very important to me to be part of, at that time in South Africa, the struggle against what was called apartheid, against racism. And it wasn't in South Africa, the racism was institutionalized, it was legalized, it was part of the law. Just shows you that sometimes the law has to be changed. And in the last assembly, we spoke about how the law had to be changed so that women could get the vote. So the ANC, the African National Congress Party, was banned. Nelson Mandela was in jail. And I thought, I really need to be an ally. I need to stand together for things that are just. And so one of the things that happened was the African National Congress got unbanned. Nelson Mandela was still in jail, but they started talking about releasing him from jail, and the African National Congress Party got unbanned. But it was still like very scary because the thing was, being a member of the African National Congress in the past, when the African National Congress Party was banned, if you were a member, you would go to jail just for being a member. But anyway, I decided to join the African National Congress. I decided to become a member of that political party. I decided it wasn't enough to just support. I needed actions. I needed to join the movement. So I went to the headquarters of the movement in Johannesburg, and I was quite scared because I felt very out of place. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what it would be like. I was a bit scared. Is there anybody following me? Will I be seen? I mean, I was probably being paranoid. Look up that word, it's a good word. But the point was is that I went in. When I went in, I was so welcomed. It was an amazing thing because people, even they could see most of the people in the office were black. They could see I was a white person, seemed quite out of place in Johannesburg, but they could see that I was coming to join together, to be an ally, to stand together. And the interesting thing was, everybody made me in that office feel so welcome. And I sat down, and a man took my details, and then he said, "Welcome to the movement, Comrade Kerbal." And I always remember that. And I always feel so honored to have been called a comrade. And that, a comrade, the interesting thing is that comes from the Latin. We have to ask Ms. Shah as well, because apparently that Latin for room is a camera, is a room in Latin. And even apparently a camara in Spanish can also be a room, like a chamber. You might have heard that word in English. So that word, like a comrade, is like a roommate. It's like somebody who shares a room, a home with somebody. So that's my story where I was called Comrade Kerbal. Now, if we go back and just have some Grange thoughts, you remember those questions? So Tyrone Mings, who plays for Aston Villa in England, interesting that he spoke recently about how much he respected Jordan Henderson, who plays for Liverpool, who is not black. And he said he regards Jordan Henderson as an ally because Jordan Henderson leads the way in speaking out against racism and taking a knee. So here's a problem that people have with being allies. Sometimes people say, oh, you know me, I'm not a racist. I don't see color. I don't see color. I just see human beings. Or sometimes people say, oh, I'm not black, so it's not my problem. Well, I think to be an ally and to be a comrade is to say, I celebrate diversity. And remember the question that I asked before, if you go back, I said, what does it mean to truly respect someone? What does it mean to truly celebrate someone? So if we go back to what we're saying over here, if you're going to celebrate diversity, if you're going to celebrate difference, then I see you for who you are and I appreciate all of you. So an ally, a comrade doesn't say, I don't see color, I just see a human being. I see, if you are a black person, I see that part of you as well. And I appreciate and I respect, and not just appreciate and respect it, I celebrate it because, as we say, is that it. Remember the question that I had before? I said, when you say black is beautiful, does that mean that white is not beautiful? And the answer is, if you are an ally, if you are a comrade, if you truly celebrate diversity and celebrate difference, if you say black is beautiful, that does not mean that white is not beautiful. Black is beautiful and white is beautiful. And what you're actually saying is diversity is beautiful. But to truly celebrate someone, to truly respect someone, you have to truly celebrate and respect all aspects of them. And that's why we are talking Black History Month. And that's why Black History Month is so important. That is why we are talking about Black Pride. Anybody who is black should be able to feel proud of being black. Anybody who is not black, they have a choice. Our choice in Grange is to be an ally or a comrade. I still feel honored to be Comrade Kerbal and to say, I celebrate you. Black is beautiful, and whoever I am is beautiful as well. They are not exclusive, they are together. I hope that was clear because that's just some Grange thoughts, which I think are very powerful at Grange. And that's why we say at Grange, let's become diversity champions. Let's say this is beautiful and this is beautiful. Let's really, really be able to celebrate people for who they are and really say, I see you for who you are and appreciate all of that. I see me for who I am and appreciate all of that. Black History Month is wonderful. Black is beautiful. Black history is so awesome and powerful with the whole story of Africa and the kingdoms of Africa and just the beauty of the African content, and then the resilience and the power and the journey and the contribution of Black heroes right through time. So anyway, that is Black History Month at Grange, and it is a wonderful honor to be part of it. Who are our stars of the week? Well, Gold, Daria, Sophie W, Dima, Tiana, Alex B, Jeshwin, Vladut, Leo, Farah, Yusuf M, Adrian R, we are proud of you. Those are gold. Now, the half term, this is class champions of the whole half term. So this is, I put in class charts from the 1st of September right up to today. So in Seacole, Jeshwin, Alana, and Farah, they were amazing champions. Ahola Seacole, you're all champions. But these guys, amazing. Top 3 in Seacole. Vladut in Leicester, Branshika in Leicester, Ashvini, amazing. That's not just for a day or for a week. That's the whole half term you're champions. Rahima in Nightingale, Adrian W in Nightingale, Tanashiri in Nightingale. Proud of you. You guys are the class, half term class champions. And in Tabman, Wasim, Bavita, Cosmina, just so proud of you. Diraj in Mandela, Shana in Mandela, Mirthiga in Mandela. Habez in Parks, Nemo in Parks, and Jalsa in Parks. This is true perseverance, resilience, and staying power. Well done, guys. Grange House of Water got an awesome. You were the top achieving house with 35,000 plus points. Grange House of Fire, 34,805. Grange House of Air, 33,255. Grange House of Earth, 33,381. And look at this, 136,457 CC power points. Brilliant. So who were the classy classes? And this is the classiest class of Autumn 1. Well, Nightingale class, look at you. You have just made amazing progress. Nightingale class, power. Well done. Tubman class, tremendous, terrific. Look at you. But there is really a clear classiest class of Grange, never mind of Upper Key Stage 2, and that is Seacole class with an unbelievable 15,000 plus points. So, half-term target was 100,000. We totally smashed that. Remember last year we managed to get half a million points over the whole year. I think we're going to get more than that. And we did that because we're powerful, we're kind, we're loved, we're Grange, and we made it. We've had a brilliant half term, and we really can say to ourselves, well done. Reindeer have been ordered, and the reindeer are coming, and that is that is just a CC achievement reward for all of us. Classiest class of the half term is Seacole. Seacole, I'm coming to you to get yourselves a classiest class award for you. So I'm coming to you. I'll be there with you on Friday. CC salute. So here we go. Hand on heart. Be confident. Celebrate yourself. Just be proud of who you are. And then consideration. Be an ally. Be a comrade. More than that, just remember that kindness is strength, and just enjoy and contribute to our beautiful planet. Let's be great. Let's be Grange. Let's live our lives with confidence and consideration. Let's enjoy the learning ahead and be safe and happy. Let's learn together, respect each other, achieve our potential. Let's be great. Let's be Grange.